This is QTV News broadcasting from the Gambia, and I am Jenna Bosonko. Our top stories. Yankuba Toure and Fatoumata Jahumba Cisse charged and granted $1 million bail. New ambassador to Bissau meets President Vaz. Rotary District Conference and Assembly ends. Those are our top stories, and now the news in detail. Stay with us. Yankuba Toure, former AFPRC member, and Fatoumata Jahumba Cisse, former Speaker of the National Assembly, Friday pleaded not guilty to the charge of conspiracy to commit felony. Contrary to Section 368 of the Criminal Code Cap 1001 Volume 3, Laws of the Gambia, and interfering with informants or witnesses, contrary to Section 36A of the Truth, Reconciliation and Reparation Commission Act 2017, respectively, before Principal Magistrate Aistu Janenjai of the Kanifing Magistrates Court. QTV's Ansumana Isonyasi was monitoring the proceedings, and this is his report.
When the case was called, defense counsels Abdul Aziz Sisoho, lawyer Lamin S. Kamara and K. Jallo announced their presence, while ASP Almami James Manga announced his presence for the prosecution. The prosecution informed the court that they have filed fresh charges against the accused. Both the first and the second accused pleaded not guilty to the charges. We prompted defense attorneys Abdul Aziz Sisoho and Lamin S. Kamara to apply for their clients to be on bail in order to prepare them for fair trial in line with Section 24 of the Constitution. They submitted that the offense charge is bailable. In response to the defense counsel's submissions, ASP Almami James Manga argued that the offense, despite being a bailable offense, is a serious offense. He submits that he would respect the court's decision in the event it wants to grant bail. In a ruling, the presiding magistrate, after listening to both parties, granted the accused bail in the sum of $1 million with two Gambian sureties. Meanwhile, in his evidence, Alaji Kanyi, who appeared as witness, told the court that sometime in January 2019, the second accused, Fatoumata Jahumba Cisse, allegedly called him on his phone asking him if he had been called by the TRRC. The witness said he responded in the affirmative. He further revealed that she further asked him if his mother is still alive, which he also answered in the affirmative. At that juncture, he said she told him to always treat her well and seek her prayers. He also alleged that the second accused told him that she was traveling to Dakar but would send him something when she arrives in Dakar. Asked by prosecutor ASP Manga whether he has ever spoken to the second accused person prior to that call, the witness answered in the negative. Further testifying, the witness alleged he received a call from the first accused later that day at around 8 p.m. asking him if he has been called by the TRRC. The witness said he responded in the positive. He alleged that the first accused told him that the TRRC has a mandate of only 2 years and that he should not mind them. The witness said he called the second accused on the following day and asked him about the captured soldiers who were allegedly summarily executed in November 1994. He alleged that the first accused told him not to worry as he was a junior officer. He also alleged that the first accused had asked if he did not mention the incident that took place at his house in 1995 to the TRRC. He responded in the negative. The trial has been adjourned to Tuesday, April 4th and Friday, April 5th, 2019. Meanwhile, the particulars of offense state that on count 1, Yankuba Toure and Fatoumata Jahumba Cisse, on or about the 5th day of January 2019, at Kanifing and diverse places, conspired amongst themselves to influence, discourage or stop Alaji Kanyi, a potential TRRC witness, from testifying, and did call him for that purpose. The particulars of offense on count 2 states that Yankuba Toure, on or about the 5th of January at Kanifing and other diverse places, with intent to obstruct or interfere with the work of the TRRC, called Alaji Kanyi, a potential TRRC witness, through his mobile and told him not to mind the commission as they cannot do anything which act, suggests or amounts to interfering with the work of the commission in the discharge of its functions, thereby committed an offense. And the particulars of offense on count 3 state that Fatoumata Jahumba Cisse, on or about the 5th of January at Kanifing and other diverse places, with intent to obstruct or interfere with the work of the TRRC, called Alaji Kanyi, a potential TRRC witness, and told him not to mind the commission as they cannot do anything which act, suggests or amounts to interfering with the work of the commission in the discharge of its functions, thereby committed an offense. Meanwhile, the case will resume on Tuesday 2nd and Friday 5th April 2019 for continuation. Ansumana Isonyasi for QTV News.
The Gambia's new ambassador to Guinea-Bissau has presented his letter of credence to President Jose Mario Vaz. His Excellency Aliou K. Jammeh promises to strengthen the good bilateral relationship between both countries. Aliou Cisse reports.
President Maria Vaz of Guinea-Bissau on Thursday received letter of credence of the new Gambian ambassador at his office in Bissau. His Excellency Aluke Jammeh was accompanied to the presidency by embassy staff. Ambassador Jammeh is the last youth and sports minister under former President Yahya Jammeh. He was equally among the ministers who relinquished their ministerial portfolios after the defeat of former President Jammeh by President Adama Barrow in 2016. Until his diplomatic assignment, the Badibu Ilyasa native was the Director of Relations at the University of the Gambia. While extending President Barrow's warm regards to his Bissau Guinean counterpart, Jammeh expressed his desire to further strengthen the existing ties between Banjul and Bissau.
And the Gambia, we are one and the same. So for me, it's home away from home. And this morning, as you rightly put it, I presented my letters of credence to His Excellency the President. The reception from the President to me and my delegation is great, and we really appreciate it. I have extended the fraternal greetings of His Excellency Adama Barrow and his government to his colleague President himself. And I've assured him that I will work very hard during my tenure in Bissau to strengthen the already very good and profitable and progressive relationship. In return, His Excellency President assured me his fullest support.
With many Bissau Guineans residing in the Gambia, Jammeh describes them as law-abiding people, with quite a good number of them integrating in the Gambian society.
They are in all areas, in all sectors of our economy, contributing to our national development. Some have families there, and it is the same for the Gambians who are in Bissau. Because they are brothers and sisters, we find them to be really at home.
Many Gambians live in Bissau. The new diplomat expresses readiness to represent their interests and welfare. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliu Sise.
The 6th District Conference and Assembly of Rotary 9101 has successfully ended on Friday at the Caribou Beach Hotel. This is the first time the Gambia has hosted the district meeting under the first Gambian district governor, Akiladi J. Allen. The 5 days gathering brought together 600 Rotarians from 10 West African countries. Babu Karsi has the rest of that story.
Rotary District 9101 conference in Banjul was described as a success when members of the district converged for a 5-day intensive training on thematic areas geared towards raising standards of Rotarians whose main objective is to give back to the communities in need. Welcoming the gathering, District Governor Akiladi J. Allen thanked the members of his district for coming to Banjul, but also used the opportunity to acknowledge the efforts of their partners over the years in helping to eradicate polio. He called on them to once again join hands to equally fight against malaria, which is one of the major problems faced by his district.
Our partners would have to help solve other problems we see as very pressing that affects our district, District 9101, which are countries in sub-Saharan Africa. Malaria, we all know, is a killer in our district. And we want to bring to the attention of Rotary International that they should come help solve the problem. It cannot, if polio can be solved, 35 years, we are confident if they have all hands on deck with our partners, a solution can be reached. Another area that we want to bring attention to Rotary International and our partners is in the area of providing water for the rural communities. You all know that water is life. Without water, you cannot survive.
Speaking on behalf of the Rotary International President Barry Racine, Obafinmasi Bankoli Ogunkeyi, a past district governor, urged the membership to come together to share ideas on how to help Rotary expand around the world.
I hope that you take advantage of this opportunity to come together, connect, and share ideas on how to help Rotary do its job in the world better. By working together strategically and efficiently, your impact and Rotary's impact becomes much more significant. We must ensure that Rotary continues to provide the best possible experience to its members, that it continues to grow and be useful through sustainable service. Our Rotarians need to feel the value of being a member of your Rotary Club. We have to make sure that we are transparent and accountable, all while changing the lives of as many people as possible, while setting goals and hitting milestones are important. It's even more important to always look beyond this year. We have to think about how what we achieve now will help set the tone, not only today or tomorrow, but well beyond our own time in Rotary.
Delivering the speech on behalf of the President of the Republic, the Minister of Environment, Lamin Diba, said the government of the Gambia recognizes the role Rotary International plays around the world in helping to improve lives of the needy.
The government of the Gambia, under my focused leadership, recognizes the complementary role that Rotarians around the globe, in partnership with Rotarians in the Gambia, are undertaking to touch the lives of the various communities within the borders of the Gambia. As a government, we are aware of the Science Lab project in Kanifing, the 13 water and garden projects in the Central River region, the ongoing medical equipment supplies to the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital and the Bonds Unit at Bansang, and the Jiboro Kuta water project that has brought potable and safe drinking water to over 4,000 inhabitants of Jiboro and Gidda. And the scholarships extended to postgraduates for pursuance of studies in the areas of peace and conflict resolution. Mr. MC, in all these intervention areas, we as a government take pride in the support that Rotarians are lending to our communities for the realization of our economic development program within the framework of our National Development Plan. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me at this juncture to congratulate District Governor of District 9101, DG Aki Allen, for being the first Gambian governor of District 9101 and for successfully bringing the District Assembly Conference for the first time to the shores of the smiling coast of Africa.
This is the first time the Gambia has hosted the district meeting under the leadership of District Governor 9101 Akiladi Allen, the first Gambian to man this position. An estimated 600 Rotarians from 80 clubs in 10 West African countries converge in Banjul for the first time in 39 years of Rotary activities in the country, whose objectives, among other things, is to engage partners in helping to improve lives of our citizens in need in various communities. Babu Karsi, QTV News.
The Gambia Competition and Consumer Protection Commission held its third strategic plan validation on Thursday to focus on the enforcement and mainstreaming of competition and consumer protection issues in national policies and programs. Ajibintu Drame reports.
With the recent price fluctuation in the market system and high taxation levied on goods left people, especially entrepreneurs and consumers, wondering. The need to enhance and respect the rights of consumer and fair play competition is fundamental in the development of the Gambia's economy. Janet Salanjai, chairperson GCCPC, says the draft strategies will help the Commission to focus, direct and provide strategic guidance for the 2019-2021 framework. She adds that to build a vibrant economy, the Commission needs to work together and attain its goals based on fair and effective competition and respect for consumer rights. She further posits on the challenges of the consumer market and regulatory landscape, concluding by stating the strategic plan for the next 3 years.
Current challenges under the competition mandate include anti-competitive exclusivity agreements and the abuse of monopoly power by incumbent firms. Under consumer protection, The two key challenges are deceptive advertisement and proliferation of substandard goods that are not fit for purpose. The strategy, therefore, proposes strategies and mechanisms to respond adequately to the challenges and the anticipated changes in the regulatory landscape. The strategic plan also expresses the present and future aspirations of all the stakeholders of the Commission, and that is those of you who are present here today. It is a framework through which we shall apply our resources and strength to exploit the available opportunities and confront any threats that we may face towards achieving our mandate. Therefore, the strategic focus for this period is enforcement for impact. We shall focus on the areas that will yield the biggest impact on the economy and on enhancing consumer welfare.
Barbara Karsise, Principal Economist, GCCPC, elaborates on the rights of consumers and further gives the statutory rights as a consumer. He says one has the right to choice, safety, and question the quality of products. He says to enhance consumer rights, the need to create awareness is important to sensitize people on the roles they play in the economy as consumers. He concludes by highlighting the impact of the GCCPC in the lives of people since established in 2008.
The unstable price in the market right now, the Commission have started doing work. We have been working to see how best we can stabilize this price. Because from competition point of view, our expectation is if there is enough competition within the market, it will help to control the price of goods. One good example you could see is the competition within the cement sector. We've seen when the Commission intervened right now, at least we've seen the cement price start moving down. And the same thing we want to replicate in the essential commodities to see how best we can use our mandate as a competition commission to bring the price of this essential commodity down. As a consumer, I mean, we have 9 rights, but just to name a few, you have rights to choice, to choose which product you want to buy. It's not be forced onto you. I mean, you also have, right to safety, because the product you choose should be safe, good for your health. That is why if you consume a product and you happen to get an ailment or, any dissatisfaction from it, you can come to the Commission to lodge your complaint, because this is part of your right. And also, you should not be discriminated. Fair treatment. All consumers should be treated fairly. If you experience any discrimination as a consumer, you have the right, as you are protected under the Consumer Protection Act, to come to the Commission to lodge your complaints, and it will be addressed. In enhancing consumer protection, I think the main role for the Commission is through advocacy. Consumers need to know their right, need to know that we exist, and they need to know that there are procedures or there are processes that are out to protect them.
Kumba Bari, president of the Traffic Light Fruits and Vegetable Market, laments on the inadequacy of customers and storage facilities for their products. She adds that the price system of the Gambia is not promising. Everyone sells the way they like, she asserts. Kumba says the government needs to control the price system, especially from the wholesalers, and reduce this tax levied on goods. Well, sometimes you sell. Sometimes it's very hard to get customers, and this leads to the product getting spoiled after 3 days because of lack of storage facilities. We vendors can't sell at the same price because of the price difference in the way we buy it from the wholesalers. Everyone sells the way they like. The government should control the price from the wholesalers so that the retailers can sell in reasonable and reduce heavy tax levied on goods. Mafwani Mudada, a customer, says as a vegan, she spends much money on vegetables for consumption, which is very expensive. She continues by saying the government needs to regulate the tax system and tax accordingly to what one earns.
I buy things because I need things, basically, but sometimes I think they're very expensive. Yeah, most things are vegetable. I'm vegan, so I live on vegetables, basically. So I'm finding that very expensive, especially, say, for example, a cauliflower is about $200. That's a lot of money for one item. It's really, it's really expensive.
Ajibintu Dwame, QTV News.
Interior Minister Ibrahim Ambalo was the latest to appear before lawmakers on Thursday to shed light on security issues. Aliu Sise has the rest of that story.
Interior Minister Ibrahim Balo was asked to share with deputies the number of road accidents that occurred in Upper River region, most particularly Basse, in the last 3 years. He responded that there were totals of 23 in 2016 and 27 in 2017.
In 2018, almost a twofold, it increased to 52. Reckless driving remains 11, careless driving 27, inefficient braking system 2, pedestrian carelessly crossing road 6, animal not under control 3, driving vehicle which does not conform with requirement 1, skid or road surface defect 2.
VC added it's a national concern that needs attitudinal change of all and sundry. On having a new standard police academy, Mbalo said as part of long-term plan, the Gambia Police Force has submitted sketch plans to build one. However, he said there is a short-term plan to rehabilitate the existing police academy in Yundum.
This plan is budgeted for long-term, notwithstanding the short-term plan involves collaboration with the Gambia Police Force and the German Police Support Team project in renovating the police training school at Yundum. It is estimated the refurbished police training school will accommodate appropriately 300 trainees and instructors upon completion. Work is expected to start when the German government disburses the fund.
Kiang Central MP Bakari Kamara sought clarification from Interior Minister whether government intends to prosecute the owner of Gaj Group who imported guns into the country.
The Office of the Inspector General of Police granted Mr. Abubakar Jawara, CEO of Gaj Group, a license to import hunting guns, and he imported these guns in January 2019. However, he included 2 pieces magazine-fed semi-automatic guns, 3 cross-fire magazine-fed guns, F-1990 blank pistol that were not covered by the license. As a result, a ballistic expert did examination and confirmed that they are hunting guns.
At this point, the NAM for Lower Badivu moved a motion for deputies to suspend the discussion on the matter pending the outcome of the investigation. He was joined by the chair of the session, Deputy Speaker Modu LK Sane, who told MPs that the Select Committee on Defense and Security will present a report on the matter before deputies for debate.
I as a Speaker of the National Assembly sitting here today, and of course a chair of that Standing Committee on Defense and Security,
Yes.
I don't want to preempt over this issue, but this issue is before us, and then we invite the Inspector General of Police.
On investigation. Yeah.
Hello, we invite the Inspector General of Police, and we are investigating the matter. But according to the information we had, really this matter will be on the court, or it's in court. As a result, that was the reason why we don't prepare a report and lay it before this August body. So that's the position, and then I don't know whether the minister is aware about that, but that's the position. Okay, thank you.
No, we stop.
Yes,
Point of observation. No.
Honorable members.
Point of observation.
Honorable members, on that note, really, I think I cannot continue allowing honorable members to ask questions. The matter will be brought before the National Assembly, the whole House, when the report is ready. Thank you very much.
Honorable Speaker.
Further responding to questions, Minister Mbalo informed MPs that the Gambia Fire and Rescue Service has already secured a 20 square meter plot of land in Kiang for a new station. He added that the construction of another new fire service station in Bajakunda in the Upper River region is almost at the completion phase. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliu Sise.
Before we end this news bulletin, let's recap our main headlines. Yankuba Toure, former AFPRC member, and Fatoumata Jahumpa Cisse, former Speaker of the National Assembly, Friday pleaded not guilty to the charge of conspiracy to commit felony. contrary to Section 368 of the Criminal Code, Cap 10 or 1 Volume 3 laws of the Gambia, and interfering with informants or witnesses, contrary to Section 36A of the Truth, Reconciliation and Reparations Commission Act 2017 respectively, before Principal Magistrate Aissatou Janinjai of the Kanifing Magistrates Court. The Gambia's new ambassador to Guinea-Bissau has presented his letter of credence to President Jose Mario Vaz. His Excellency Aliou K. Jammeh promises to strengthen the good bilateral relationship between both countries. The 6th District Conference and Assembly of Rotary 9101 has successfully ended on Friday at the Kairaba Beach Hotel. This is the first time the Gambia has hosted the district meeting under the first Gambian district governor, Akiladi J. Allen. The 5 days gathering brought together 600 Rotarians from 10 West African countries. That is all we have for you in this edition of QTV News. Do join us tomorrow, same time for more news. Thanks for watching.